Welcome. I want to tell you something honestly. This is not the kind of video where I say, here are 5 tips to improve your life, and then disappear. This is not about motivation for 10 minutes and then nothing changes. This is something bigger, something more real. Because what we're talking about today is the difference between a peaceful life and a painful one. We live in a world where everyone wants a reaction. They insult you because they want to control you. They ignore you because they want to break you. They spread lies just to see you fall apart. And most people? They react instantly, emotionally, loudly. They lose their peace. They lose their control. They lose their power. And the sad truth is, most people don't even realize how much of their life they are destroying with their own reactions. That one argument that ruined a friendship. That one text message that ended a relationship. That one moment of anger that changed everything. So today, I'm asking you to slow down and listen. Because if you truly understand what I'm about to share, you will become the kind of person who doesn't just survive. You will become the kind of person who becomes untouchable. Calm, strong, focused, peaceful. Not because the world is easy, but because you no longer let the world control your mind. This video is not just for people who want to be successful. This is for people who are tired of being broken by emotions. This is for the people who are ready to finally take their power back. And I promise you this, if you stay with me till the end, you will understand a kind of strength most people never learn in their entire life. This video is not just motivation. It also builds powerful English. Every word is simple. Every sentence teaches strength and clarity. It's not just about speaking better. It's about thinking better. Let's begin. Lesson 1. Reacting means they control you. When someone can press a button and make you angry. When someone can say one sentence and your whole mood changes. When you allow their insult, their silence, their opinion to shake you. You are no longer in control of your life. You're being controlled like a puppet. And the strings are your emotions. People think that reacting quickly means they're strong. But reacting fast doesn't mean you're powerful. It means you're easy to manipulate. Every time you react without thinking, you give away something precious. Your peace, your energy, your power. Now think about this. How many moments in your life were destroyed because you reacted too fast? How many times did you scream at someone you loved and then regret it later? How many times did you reply to a message in anger and then wish you could unsend it? This is what emotional slavery looks like. You may not be wearing chains on your hands, but your emotions are being controlled by the world around you. And the worst part? You don't even realize it. For example, there was once a young man working in an office. He worked hard, stayed late, followed every rule. But one day, during a team meeting, his manager criticized him in front of everyone. It wasn't fair, it wasn't true, and in that moment, he exploded. He shouted, he argued, he defended himself. Everyone went silent. The room became tense. Later, the manager calmly walked away. And this young man, he became known as the emotional guy, not the hard-working one, not the intelligent one. His one reaction destroyed the image he built for years. He didn't win, he lost, because he let someone else control how he responded. The solution, the 5-second rule that changes everything. Here's what strong people do. They pause. Next time someone disrespects you, next time someone lies, yells, ignores, or insults you, Don't speak, don't move, don't react. Just breathe. Inhale, exhale for 5 seconds. And in those 5 seconds, you take back the one thing nobody else should ever have: your control. Because when you pause, something magical happens. The emotion starts to fade. The fire starts to calm, and your brain starts to think instead of burn. You can still respond if needed, but now your words will be strong, not stupid. Your actions will be wise, not emotional. This habit, this one pause, will change your entire life. In relationships, in business, in fights, in family drama, in everything. Because when you don't react, you're not weak. You're powerful. You're untouchable. You're free. Part 2. Lesson 2. Most reactions become regrets. There are moments in life we wish we could go back and erase. One message, one word, one shout, one decision, made in anger, made in fear, made without thinking. And those are the moments we carry for years. You don't carry the insult they gave you. You carry the way you reacted. You don't carry the failure. You carry the way you broke down when it happened. You don't carry the problem. You carry your emotional reaction to it. People think that reacting quickly means you're real or honest. But in truth, fast reactions come from pain, not power. Reacting is what you do when you're trying to survive, not when you're trying to grow. We scream when we feel small. We blame when we feel weak. We fight when we feel hurt. But once the moment is gone, what's left? Guilt, shame, regret. We start to realize, I should have stayed quiet. I should have taken a moment. I should have let it go. But by then, it's too late, because reactions once made can't be deleted. Words don't go away, actions don't disappear, and people don't forget. Think about it. How many people have you pushed away because you reacted too fast? How many arguments could have been avoided? How many relationships could have been saved? How many peaceful days did you ruin just because you allowed a bad moment to control you? And here's the most painful truth. Sometimes you don't realize what you lost until it's too late to fix it. There was a woman who loved her younger sister deeply. They were close, like best friends. But one day, during a family gathering, the sister made a sarcastic comment about something sensitive, something that touched an old wound. In that moment, the woman exploded. She shouted in front of everyone. She said words she couldn't take back, words that weren't even true, just full of old pain and buried emotions. The family stood in silence. The sister left. Days passed. Weeks passed. But the relationship never returned. Years later, that woman often looked at a photo of the two of them and cried. Not because of what her sister said, but because of how she reacted. One moment, one reaction, a lifetime of regret. The solution: train yourself to respond, not react. This is a mindset, a muscle, a daily discipline. When something painful happens, you must practice this one sentence in your mind. This emotion is real, but this reaction is a choice. Yes, you feel hurt. Yes, it's unfair. Yes, you want to scream, but don't. Instead, pause. Close your mouth. Still your body. Let the emotion rise. But don't move. Feel it. Allow yourself to feel the anger, the sadness, the fear, but only in silence. Name it. Ask, am I reacting to the moment or to something old that still lives in me? Wait 10 minutes, or 1 hour, or even a day. Then and only then respond. With truth, with calm, with power. This one habit can save relationships. It can save your peace. It can save your future. because reacting might feel strong in the moment. But peace is stronger, and peace never creates regret. Part 3. Lesson 3. Silence is a superpower. The world loves noise. People are constantly talking, arguing, explaining, justifying, trying to prove they're right, trying to win, trying to look strong. But here's a truth you won't hear in most videos. The strongest people are not the loudest ones. They're the quiet ones who don't need to speak to prove anything. You see, silence is misunderstood. People think silence is weakness, that if you're quiet, you're scared, that if you walk away, you're afraid. But the truth is the opposite. It takes more strength to stay calm than to shout. It takes more wisdom to walk away than to argue. It takes more power to say nothing when everything in you wants to fight. Silence is control. Silence is focus. Silence is dignity. Because when you stay silent, people don't know what you're thinking. They don't know what your next move is. They don't know if they've hurt you or if you've already won. And that mystery is power. Example. There was a man who was publicly humiliated on social media by his former friend. Fake stories, twisted screenshots, pure character assassination. Everyone expected him to fight back. Everyone waited for him to post his side, to go live, to reply. But he didn't. He said nothing. People called him weak, coward, guilty. But he stayed silent. 6 months later, the truth came out. The friend who lied was exposed by someone else. The man's silence was now seen as dignity, class, strength. Because while others were screaming, he was winning. Quietly. The solution. Use silence as a weapon. Not a weakness. You don't need to respond to every insult. You don't need to explain yourself to people who already made up their minds. You don't need to post, message, defend, or fight for your dignity. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is say nothing. Let your silence speak louder than your words ever could.